Hey there. So there's nothing quite as exciting as rolling a natural 20 in combat. It just hits on another level. If the fight's going bad, it's almost like a sigh of relief. It's like reinforcements are here in the way of damage. Then you grab those extra dice and you roll damage, and it's all ones, or it's less than what your weapon damage is. And that's really a disappointment. That feels like a waste, and to me, that's not what D&D is about. One of the last weeks of Adventure League that I played before starting my own campaign, this happened to every player and the DM at least once. So let's start with a breakdown of how a critical hit typically works in D&D, and then how we do it at our table. Normally, when you get a critical hit, you get to roll all the attack damage twice, and then add the modifier once. Pretty much, if your weapon is 1 6-sided dice, it becomes 2 6-sided dice. If you have extra dice that also do damage, those are doubled as well. That would be things like Sneak Attack, Colossus Slayer, or Smite. All of those get to be doubled in a critical. So here's a couple examples of how this works in the game. So let's say you have a 4th level rogue. They get a critical hit with their short bow. They have an ally within 5 feet, so they get to add their sneak attack. 1 6-sided dice for the short bow, and the 2 6-sided dice for the sneak attack become 2 6-sided dice and 4 6-sided dice. That means the lowest that they can roll is 6, and the highest they can roll is 36. If you roll a 6, honestly, if you roll anything under a 15, it sucks. That might as well have been just a decent regular attack. Another example is a 3rd level paladin. So they get a critical hit with their Morning Star, and they use their bonus action to add in their Divine Smite. So that way they get 1 8-sided dice for their Morning Star, and 2 8-sided dice for their Smite. So all together that would be 6 8-sided dice. The lowest they can roll is 6, the highest they can roll is 48. Rolling 6 here is gross. Anywhere where a regular attack roll can do more pure damage than a critical hit is just infuriating or nauseating, or it's not what D&D is about for me. So I went online for how to make critical hits do more damage. The most common house or table rule that I saw for criticals was, instead of rolling the dice twice, they would just take that number and double it. If you roll a 1, it's just a 2 instead of rolling 2 1s. None of that changes. The more dice you have, the better the odds you get at getting a higher roll, but it doesn't really fix the problem at the issue here. Then I found the answer, and it's not that uncommon of a house rule. What we use is called max damage plus roll. So for this kind of critical, you take all the regular dice that you would need for a hit, not the doubled amount. You would max the damage out on them all together and add that. And then you would roll the dice and add that as well. I'm going to take the examples we used earlier and plug this in. So for that critical hit from the rogue, they would get that short bow of 1 6-sided dice and the sneak attack of 2 6-sided dice. Add those all together would be 18 points of damage, and then you would roll that 1 6-sided dice and 2 6-sided dice. So the minimum now becomes 21, and the maximum damage is still 36. Now let's look at the paladin. They had that Morning Star that was 1 8-sided dice, and the smite that was 2 8-sided dice. You add those together at max damage, that is 24. Then they would add their 8-sided dice for the Morning Star and 2 8-sided dice for the smite. So now that minimum damage is 27, and the maximum is still 48. That's a critical hit. These feel like what a critical hit should be. So these feel good. That feeling that you get when you roll that natural 20, this continues that feeling forward. And that's the way that we should be playing this game. So grab your dice and let's get nerdy.